So if you watched my previous video where I talked about how you can easily make up to $1,000 and more by simply using a bot from the internet, right? You'll be able to know exactly how I set up this particular bot, and it's currently running on its own, and it's already giving up to 3%, going to 4% revenue of the total capital. So the purpose of this video is basically to bring your mind back to that particular bot first, and the other thing is also to go ahead and actually show you exactly what is going on in this bot. Now, I promised you before that I'm going to teach you a crypto arbitrage strategy using this bot, and this video is not that, right? We're going to making that video very soon, right? I already have a theory which I will test out here on YouTube live. So in case you've not subscribed to the channel, make sure to go ahead and subscribe and toggle on the bell notification icon so you do not miss that video when I drop it, okay? So without wasting much of your time, this video is not going to be long. It's going to be a very short video, so let's go. So this is called the Smart DCA, which is the bot we started the previous day on this platform, right? And we started this bot using $500. Now you can actually use way more than that. Imagine making up to 4% of $5,000 or up to 4% of $50,000, right? So this is actually within the space of a day. I actually made this. The bot actually got all the way up to $6 as of yesterday, but I think the market retraced back a bit, and that's why we're currently at $4. Now, the most important thing is that it's giving us profit. I'll go ahead and expand this particular bot so you can see exactly what has been going on in this market, right? So let's go ahead and let's scroll down. So this is basically what the chart looks like. Sorry about this, right? So this is what the chart looks like since I started this bot, what has been going on. So the very first time I started it basically didn't do anything. Let's go back. Okay, so the very first time I started the bot, it basically didn't do anything. It just went straight up with a stable price. You can see that was actually the time it was a negative price, right? And then eventually it started kicking off and it took another trade, right? Giving us a much bigger profit, and then somehow it also took another trade over here, took another trade right here, took another one right here, and currently right now it's still going. So all these places that you have these dots are where it took different trades, and this chart movement is simply depicting what my asset or my funds has been throughout all this while. So you can see clearly right here there was a time there was up to $6.47 here, which is well over 6%, right, of the total capital. So yes, I actually know exactly what I'm telling you when I said exactly what I said. Okay, so basically what DCA means is what this smart DCA means is called smart dollar cost averaging. Basically it buys assets at a given interval, and then it's using some mathematical coding. It knows exactly where to buy and how to buy using a particular kind of interval, right? And the whole aim of doing this is so you'll be able to buy assets as much as possible at a cheaper price whenever there is a drawdown, and sell it at a higher price whenever there is an increment in price. But then of course, this particular bot we used, we really didn't do anything in it. We didn't do any modification in it. So it is not really a smart DCA, even though they call it a smart DCA. It's just basically a DCA bot, right? Because it is not really selling anything. The only thing it's doing is it's buying, and it's going to continue buying until it buys the amount of assets we want it to buy, then it finally sells, right? So whether it's in profit or in loss, it's basically going to sell it, right? So we didn't really do much here, right? But that is not a big deal. You can always just go here, edit this particular stuff, and do whatever you want to do. You can always go ahead and pause it if you want to pause it. It doesn't matter. You can also go ahead and delete this if you actually want to stop trading, delete and cash out, right? It just, anyone you want to do, it's perfectly okay with you. So yeah, so that's basically the purpose of making this video, is to show you that this bot is actually working. So don't think it's not gonna work. Now we actually saw different bots you can use to trade over here in this platform before, right? Where they basically have buy the dip, they have the portfolio stop loss and rebuy, they have grid trading, they have safe trend following. Now we're using the smart DCA, right? But you can decide to use safe trend following and stuff like that, right? But regardless, it's all up to you. My own interest here is to make sure you understand how to set up these bots, right? How to add these functions and these events and operators so you can know exactly what your bot is doing. Because with understanding this, you basically can decide to you basically can decide to create anything you want, any kind of bot you want, based on your own idea and strategy. And you can also use this to figure out if the plan you have for a bot is actually gonna work, right? If it works, you can easily go ahead and build an actual bot that is independent of this platform entirely, using your own rules, your own ideology, right? And you start to making money every single time from the market at the comfort of your home. You'd never really have to work again, depending on how profitable your idea comes up with. So this is basically my aim in this particular platform, is to teach you how you can be able to think outside of the box, right? Get something that you think is gonna work, test it out over here using the demo account, and if it works, use that same idea and go ahead and find somebody. If you don't know how to create it, find somebody, pay the person a small token to create the bot for you, and you start running the bot on your own server 247. You never have to be on anybody's server again. And if it's very profitable, you never have to work again, right? So that's basically it. I hope you actually enjoyed this content. I understand I really didn't teach much in this video, but it's just an overview of what we just did the last time, okay? So don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you actually are enjoying and anticipating for the next video about this platform. And do make sure to give us a follow as well. And to go on the bell description icon, right? I'll see you in the next one.